Hey everyone, today we are going to start a new lecture series, and this lecture series is going to be on OOPS design patterns. Now as the name suggests that these design patterns are for the object-oriented programming languages, but I do suggest that even if you are not coding on object-oriented programming languages, you should go through these design patterns because it will help in overall software design thinking to develop in a programmer. So even if you are a person who is in your college and who likes to code, and if you are or you are a person who is trying to learn any object-oriented language such as Java or C++, I do suggest that you should learn about the design patterns. And if you are a person who is a professional software programmer or a web developer, then you should definitely go through this course because this will help you a lot. And if you are developing an enterprise software, you should know about the prevailing design patterns. Now, why a person should learn about the design patterns? That is a common question. So let me answer that. That the design patterns are basically well accepted solutions of the common problems that people have been facing in the software industry. So there are some problems which are very common, and more or less most of the developers have faced that problem in the past, and over a period of time all of them have come to a consent that okay, these are the proper solutions for this kind of problems, and people tend to use those solutions to solve a particular kind of problems. So in each of these lectures I will try to explain a particular design pattern and when you should use that design pattern, and I will try to give you proper working applications that in which open source project to solve which kind of problem a particular design pattern is being used. And yes, so let us start with this lecture series. And before starting, I will just ask you guys to hit the subscribe button if you like the content of this lecture, of this course. And even if you have seen my previous lecture series on multi-threading in Java or the Java interview preparation series, if you like the content, then do please subscribe to my channel. So now let us begin with this lecture. So this is an introductory lecture where I will just go through the content of the course that I will be preparing. So for the very basic, I will try to start from those who are just very much beginners in the object-oriented programming languages. So I will start with these three concepts: the abstraction, inheritance, and aggregation. I will try to go in detail that when you should use inheritance and when you should go for compositions, how much code you need to be abstracting, what are the logics that should be abstracted, and I will try to make these things with proper working examples, with real life examples, so that all of you can get the basic jinx of it, that why you should use it, when you should use it, and how much you should use it. Then I will just go through the very important concepts of solid design principles. So for OOPS, the solid design principle is like the holy grail or the holy book. Everyone who is going to write code in OOPS, they should know about the solid design principle. I will cover all of these 5 points. So basically solid is an acronym for these 5 different design principles, and I will try to cover each and every one of these 5 points in very detailed manner, and I will try to explain all of these things with examples so that all of you can follow. After that, we will actually move to the design patterns part of the thing. So I do believe that before moving to the design pattern, a person should be able to understand the basic concepts of OOPS and the basic principles of this OOPS projects, so that they can actually understand that on which principles these design patterns are actually working on. So we will start with the 4 creational design patterns, because I think that creational design patterns are the most easy to understand. So in these lecture series, we will go through factory design pattern, abstract factory design pattern, build-in pattern, and singleton pattern. So I will explain that as the name suggests, that creational design patterns mean these design patterns solve the problem of object creation in your project. So I will try to explain that why do you need the design patterns, what happens if you don't use these design patterns, and what are the pros and cons of using these design patterns and not using these design patterns. After that, we will move towards the structural design patterns. So these design patterns are generally the most hard to understand, but once you have understood these design patterns, your life as a programmer becomes so much easier. You will be able to solve problems in a much more scalable and bug-free way, or let us say that in future also your code will be so much scalable, that is adding functionalities to your code will be so much more easier, and people will have to worry less about creating a buggy case in adding a new feature in your code if you understand these design patterns and use these design patterns wisely and correctly in your programs. After that, I will go through the behavioral design patterns. So behavioral design patterns are generally very easy, but you should understand that these design patterns help us a lot in solving some common set of problems. These set of problems occur very rapidly and very frequently in the real life scenario where you are developing applications to solve real life problems. So you should know about these design patterns also. In this behavioral design patterns series, I will be covering this 6 design patterns, basically the chain of responsibility COR, the command and observer design patterns, the strategy, memento, and the state design patterns. So this is the content of my course that I will be creating in the upcoming days, and I think it will be a good amount of 20-25 videos. So I do hope that you guys will like this lecture series, and if you want to be notified on any new video being created in this lecture series, do remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon on my channel. And thank you, and if you like this series, do share it with your friends also. Thank you.